So having lots of rain is good in some ways and bad in others. And the good ways, these okra plants and everything right here, it's just exploded. And when I say exploded, the grass, it's also exploded. So I guess this is just a little before I cultivate it all. You know, this is when a weeder, a little cultivator behind the tractor would be nice, because I can just like drive through. And same with the pumpkins over there. So this is the before shot. Oh yeah, and I'm also going to thin them out. Because, you know, well, I hate thinning things out, but just look how closely. See, they're just like everywhere. I'm gonna like cut out all these little smaller plants that aren't doing anything but adding competition for the big guys. So I'll get busy and I'll give you a shot and show you what it looks like. So I'd say that looks a lot better. I got all the grass out, and what you're seeing thrown all over the place is all of my extra okra plants. And, well, they're all thinned out now. And hopefully, like, before, you know, it was like a big old shrub going down the middle. Now, I see just these kind of lanky plants. And so now they should start bushing out and doing better. But, let me find a leaf. Here's one. I'm not sure what these things are, but little black bugs, almost like scale or something. It almost looks like something like kale would get. I'll look in, maybe aphids or something, but they're black. But that's the okra patch. It's all weeded and thinned out. Now, the pumpkin patch is next. So you can't see it, but there's a row going down here, down there, and down along that way. So I'd say that looks a whole lot better right there. You can actually see them now. And it's weed free. And these pumpkins, they're looking really good. Since we got all the rain, they've just exploded in this growth here. But I got 3 rows here. Now, while I'm down here in the garden, I'm going to go ahead and go down the middle of this little zucchini, squash, and whatnot area, because you can see the rain has brought up all of these little grass seeds. So I'm just going right down the middle, clear out this whole area, because I'm going to eventually plant something. It might be a winter crop or something. But yeah, while I'm out here, I'm going to go ahead and clean this up. I'll show you what the finished product looks like. Alrighty, so here's the squash, squash, all weeded. Besides their little soup bowls, I'm going to get in their, what I call the soup bowls tomorrow. Just basically pulling all that out by hand. So this is my squash. This little area I'm going to plant something in eventually. Then the green beans and zucchini. Now the zucchini plants are actually doing really good. I hadn't fertilized them or anything, but they're getting bigger. I thought I'd take you along for today's harvest. I got a whole basket here full of tomatoes. The ones on top you see are little black cherries. And there's also fox cherries. Now, also, this right here, these are my Moneymaker tomatoes. And they're not making any money for me. I don't really like the Moneymaker tomatoes. This is the biggest one I've gotten so far. They're like a large cherry. But on the other hand, the black cherry and the fox cherry are definite winners. I really love them. So here's the fox cherry and a black cherry. The black cherry is of course black. But I really like them. They're both really high yield. And they're both a really great taste. And over here, I have a few more of my Cherokee purple tomatoes. And I gotta tell you, these are the best tomatoes you can grow. These are a great size, and they taste wonderful. I mean, to me, these right here are like picture perfect tomatoes. I mean, these are perfect. They've all gotten great size, and I'm definitely going to grow these guys next year. And you can see there's one more huge one back up in here. I'm going to enter in the MI Gardener Biggest Tomato Contest. So we'll see how they do. And today, I'll show you down there, but I harvested, that's a big one right there, maybe I'll keep that one. But I also harvested one squash and my very first cantaloupe. Now the cantaloupe's a little bit green, but I didn't want the deer to get to it. But it is definitely, you can see that's probably the last green stripe on it. But it's really almost there. And so this is my first cantaloupe of the season. And I wish my tomatoes they'd grow this big, and I'd definitely be the winner in the tomato growing contest. So I also have a yellow squash and a whole bunch of bell peppers. And I did what some of y'all told me to do, and you're like, I was saying there's not much of a rainbow in them, but I let them age a little bit older. See, they've gotten black and red and green, and I really like them. So the bell peppers, they've done really awesome this year. And next, I'm going to pick some of those banana peppers over there. So I'm running out of space in my basket, but this is a lemon squash. I really like these things. And hopefully you can see it, but I counted, and this is $14, or it might be $15 worth of sweet banana peppers, because at my local area they're going for 2 for $1. So these right here are from 6 plants, and I'm getting this type of harvest about every 2 weeks. So that's a lot of sweet banana peppers. And next year, hopefully I'm going to double this, because I definitely want to go to a market next year. So that's it for today's harvest. Now I'd say this is a good harvest right here. Got a big old basket. All these banana peppers and tomatoes. And my mom already took in those 3 big huge tomatoes. But this looks really good. So this is my corn harvest off of my little patch, and I do got some pretty good ears on here. But I'm gonna shuck them and see how good the pollination was on them. So I'll go ahead and get busy. So this is what the finished product looks like. Now, I'm sorry I didn't get to show y'all me shucking it, but when I got done shucking it, I went to throw all the little shuck pieces of stuff down there to the chickens. And when I came back up here, either my mom or dad, they had taken the corn in and they boiled them. So, yeah, this is the finished little product. It looks really good, and we'll have this for supper.